welcome to Smash or Pass the Ball.
My name is Liz.
And my name is Beth.
Disclaimer, we are both not named Elizabeth.
Yes, I am Bethlehem.
And so we're just going to go into some quick introductions so you guys kind of get to know who we are.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Liz, like I said. I'm a comms major from New Jersey. I have a film studies minor. This isn't relevant information to the podcast. It's just important for me that you guys know this. I played soccer for a bunch of years. I don't have a specific number, but I played left back. They basically just gave me the ball, and I just booted out of there because I had a strong left kick, apparently. My hometown team is the New York Red Bulls, so that's one of the teams we're going to be discussing here on this podcast. However, they did just get eliminated from the playoffs, so we will not be talking about them for long. But I love them. They are so near and dear to me. My family and I have had season tickets for 10 plus years, so kind of obsessed with them, kind of obsessed with their failures, but we'll get into that a little later.
We both have teams that are failures.
Failing.
But that's okay. That's okay.
Beth, your turn.
All right. I'm Beth. I'm a global studies major and a poli-sci minor, and I'm from Silver Spring, Maryland. I played soccer for 5 years, from the 5th grade to the 9th grade, I believe. And I grew up watching and supporting Man United. All my family are really big Man United fans, and so I was kind of brought up with the love and support for the team that I've actually never even watched them play a game, but I love them
in person. You've watched them play a game.
Right, no. I've never watched them play in person.
It's
not like you where
with the Red Bulls.
You have season tickets because they're all the way in Manchester.
Okay. But it is important for the audience to know that Beth has watched a Manchester United game.
Absolutely, guys. Many a game.
So that's another team we're going to be discussing.
Mm-hmm.
The third team we're going to be discussing is one that is very dear to Beth
us.
and I.
Yeah.
Newcastle United. Mm-hmm. So Beth and I both went abroad to Newcastle,
this
England.
spring. Yeah. We both fell in love with the city and the team. We both got tattoos for the city.
This is true story. I got the Newcastle coordinates tattooed on my upper elbow. It's above my elbow, but it's in my roommate's handwriting. And
I got a postage stamp for the city. I actually can't pull it up to show you. I'm wearing a massive sweater. But yeah, it's the Newcastle County flower that my friend who went abroad with us, she designed it for me. It's really pretty. And yeah, we would go to the Mayfair, which is this pub.
God, I miss it so much. Don't even get me started.
The Mayfair is our Mecca, I would say.
Our home.
Our
home from home.
Right, our home away
from
home.
A home away from home.
Real.
I love the Mayfair.
Do you want to tell the story of how we actually found the
Mayfair?
So
fun little story about how we found the Mayfair. We were walking just around, both in our Newcastle garb, looking for a place to watch the game.
Right.
Very
match,
lost. If you will.
We were very lost.
Very lost. Because
Yeah.
It was Newcastle and it was January?
Right.
February?
It was our first game day.
It was our first one.
So the city was crazy.
Oh my God, the city gets insane.
Mm-hmm.
So we're walking around and all of a sudden we see these couple guys walk out of Greg's. And they're clearly intoxicated, as most British people are,
all
on
the
a
time.
game day.
Mm-hmm.
And they were
follow them.
We're like, okay, where are they going? Let's follow these. Disclaimer: never follow strange random men that walk out of a Greg's. Please do not do that.
Right.
But we follow them into this big restaurant pub thing. It's not a restaurant. It's not a pub. It's not a bar. It's not a club.
It's so difficult
it's
to try and explain.
Building. With
it's a
drinks.
space. It's a space for people who are lovers of soccer to unite. It's a home. It is. It's actually kind of crazy because it is really difficult to describe it. They serve food, drinks, all of that, but it's kind of there's a large space in between where everyone's just standing watching the game. So they have multiple screens all over for you to watch the game.
And we walked in. They had a little sign that was no away fans welcomed, and
Right.
we're this is it. This is where we want to be. And we walked in, and it was packed.
It's the most Geordie place you could ever think of.
So for context, Geordies are the names of people from Newcastle. So when we say Geordie, that's what we're referring to, and we will be bringing them up a lot. They're insane.
Newcastle
I would
people.
take a bullet for them. And they all have fun little songs.
Right.
Newcastle is really big and important to Beth and I.
Guys. That's why we're focusing on this one team. It's our shared team. So we both have our own teams, and our shared team is Newcastle.
This is true. And both of our teams, like Red Bulls and Man U, are actually both wear the color red. Fun fact.
Yeah, they do both wear the color red, and they both suck really bad, which is okay. Like, we have Newcastle. Newcastle helps us cope. Right.
Which, actually, do we want to get started on our first
match?
So, the way this podcast is going to run, I feel like we should probably give, like, an
overview.
Because I feel like we just kind of started with, hi, my name is Liz, I'm a comms major, which is, like, not relevant. So, our podcast is going to be us
basically just running over the games of the week.
Yeah.
So there's 3 different leagues in soccer for those of you who do not know any soccer. There's actually more than 3.
There's way more than 3, but the ones that we're focusing.
We're focusing on the Champions League, which is like one of the biggest deals in soccer. It's all of the European teams that are doing really well. It's the top 4 in every single local league in Europe come together to play. The Premier League, which is basically all the British teams come together to play, but then there's 7 leagues in England, so it's confusing. But this is the best league.
We will not go into that.
We are not
because I don't even understand that.
Right.
I know Wrexham's somewhere in there, and that's all I got.
Right. Not Premier League.
No. And then we have the MLS, which is the American League, which is. I love it so much, and I will never talk badly about the MLS, especially to people who are Prem snobs, but it's definitely a difference.
I am a Prem snob.
There's definitely a difference.
Right. No. I have come to love MLS.
Don't even lie.
As I've come to love you.
Don't.
It's one of Okay.
That was pathetic.
I tried. Okay. I actually no. MLS
no,
sucks.
You didn't try.
I am a Prem snob. Like, please.
You're so funny. So we're gonna be covering those. So right now the Champions League is going on, and Newcastle and Man U are so blessed to be in it.
Right. Man U not as much. I would say Newcastle, they're doing great. I'm so proud of them, especially because it's their first time in 60 years.
Yes.
Being a part of the Champions League. So it was crazy when they we were there for that final game.
That
qualified them to join. Yeah. It was an insane time. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be in
crazy.
Newcastle.
Right.
Truly.
It was amazing. And they're doing so well, like surprisingly well, especially for a team who's joined like the Champions League for the first time in 60 years. Insane.
Now how's Man U doing?
Elizabeth. Unfortunately, my team is doing really poorly. They have not won very many games. They have not won a single game in the Champions League. It's kind of heartbreaking. Difficult to witness, difficult to watch. But, you know, like, as a Man U fan, I'm used to this. I'm used to the trenches. I'm used to being in the pits of hell.
Fighting for my life.
Right. And everyone hates Man United as a team, so.
This is a true story.
I can't even openly be sad. It's like, yeah, because your team sucks. And I can't even say anything about it.
You're like, well, you're kind of right, unfortunately.
How are the Red Bulls doing in
the Red Bulls didn't even make it to the playoffs. How do you think they're doing? They literally just played their last game, which is actually the one we're going to cover today. So we're covering Champions League, Prem, and MLS, and we're going to do one game from each week. So next week, actually, fun fact, everyone is going on international break. So we're going to there were like 6 games this week, so we're going to take the other 3 games that we didn't talk about today, and we'll talk about the next week. No, Red Bulls are not doing great. Yeah. I believe they came in 11th or 12th. Actually, let me pull up MLS standings. They came in 10th place. You had to get to 9th to qualify, and they tied.
How many teams
DC
are there
United.
Overall?
15 on Eastern and 14 in Western. There are too many teams, one would say.
Teams, yeah.
One would say
some
that
would say maybe there should be more than one league.
One would say. One would think that.
One would
However, I don't want the Red Bulls to go down.
Right.
But that's how the Red Bulls are doing. And we'll discuss that with their game because it's quite a game.
What a game, you guys.
So we're just going to, kind of watch the highlights of each game, and you guys will be able to see them in the corner. And for our listening only, we will do the best of our abilities to describe what is on the screen.
Right.
And
we will be pundits. We will be pundits.
We will attempt to be pundits, but I am just saying we are nothing but goofy girls. We are silly, goofy girls. We do not have the ability to to describe what is happening on the screen.
If any of you are actually real soccer fans, very sorry to disappoint. It's not going to be like commentary, like you listen to on the Premier League when they're talking about, Rashford passes it to Saka. Oh, go. That's not what it's going to be like. It's just going to be our opinions.
It's going to be like what we're thinking and what we're saying, and we're going to try, for goals and stuff, we'll try and describe it, what corner and, where they shot it from. Right. So you have a general idea of how magnificent the Newcastle goals are and how sucky the rest of them are. I can't even try and compare, Miggy or Isak to Tom Barlow or
Miggy and Isak are two players on Newcastle United.
And Tom Barlow's on
Tom Barlow is in the Red Bulls, absolutely, yes. Let's get started.
All right, we're going to put on our first match, which is going to be our Champions League Newcastle versus PSG match. PSG is Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, they're supposed to be a really good team.
Yeah.
I actually do like them as a team. I like them when
Beth and I went to Paris.
Right, we did go to Paris.
I was very scared of the French.
I was also frightened of the French. I tried to speak to them in French, and it went very poorly for me.
Beth can speak a little bit of French.
That's a different story.
Yeah, different story.
Different story.
Okay. So we're going to pull up the match. We're going to play. Oh, yeah. So Paris Saint-Germain has Mbappe, who is a
French player.
Mbappe is a French player, and he just recently and famously lost the World Cup.
Yeah, it was a big blow for him, but they did win the year before, so he was just being a little bit of a drama queen. I would say he was very dramatic. He took the loss pretty hard, but he did win the year before. So
the thing is, everyone was rooting for Messi in Argentina because it was Messi's last year. No one.
Be considerate of others.
Be considerate.
He shouldn't have tried as hard as he did to win.
Yeah,
come on, let them score a few goals. But they didn't even need you to let them. Exactly. They scored on their own.
Wait, actually, the complete sidetrack. Can we just talk about? I don't know if you saw this. Speaking of France, Oliver Giroud, the one on AC Milan, who. Their goalie got a red card, and he stepped in to be their goalie. I kid you not.
What?
I'm pretty sure he's a striker. Sorry to my family who are huge AC Milan fans. I'm butchering the pronunciation of every single name and the positions. Not my problem. Sorry, Uncle Dino, Dad, Nono, Michael. Sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah, he stepped in and put on the goalie kit and the gloves and made saves, and they ended up I believe winning the game.
Whoa. Talk about public hero. Talk about service to his country.
Actually, shout out to my friend JJ Post, who I yelled at for saying because I was saying how we think Marcus Rashford on Man United is really hot, and he was like, no, Oliver Giroud is way hotter, and I yelled at him for that.
It's not a competition, JJ.
But if it was, Marcus Rashford would be hotter.
He would be hotter, but why did he immediately think to pit two men against each other? Why was that his first thought? But anyways.
I digress.
Sorry.
Track. Lost. Side note. Anyways. Back to Newcastle and Paris Saint-Germain. Well, we're going to call them PSG because I'm too lazy to give the French anything. Okay. Anyways. Okay. So game started, and we're just going to pass forward.
Like a champion was fought for. You expect big things for him under these pressure situations.
For all of our listeners right now, it's important context that while you all can hear what's going on, we're watching this in silence.
It's quiet. It's actually really funny.
Milan went to the semi-finals last season and black and whites, but
Oh,
they
yeah,
played
okay,
their way
so
through it
listen to
beautifully
Right.
by Emery.
So blue
First touches for
PSG,
Mbappe.
blue
Options
PSG,
inside
white
the 18.
Newcastle.
White stripe.
Mbappe to the back post. Dembele on the
Oh.
stride.
Okay, so at 4 minutes, in the game, a minute in the video,
Right.
PSG attempts to make a shot from, and how do we describe
It's
it?
a shot
Is
on
it-
target, but they didn't score.
Well, no, I wouldn't say it's a shot on target since it missed the goal.
Oh, he hit the post.
No, it didn't. Go back. Look it. It didn't hit the post. It like completely missed.
Mbappe to the back
Watch.
post. Dembele on
Look
the
it. It
stride.
missed it.
Oh, I have no depth.
'Cause they
perception
suck.
from over
Oh.
here. They don't. Listen, here's the thing. I feel like PSG is a great team. It's kind of just sad that they've been reduced to this, but it's because Newcastle's actually doing so well.
It is true.
We'll just call it like an attempted goal, but not a shot on target because they didn't hit the goal.
This is true story.
Okay, perfect.
15 minutes into the game, 15 minutes and 36 seconds to be exact.
Right.
Kieran Trippier, who is our captain, obsessed with him.
Right.
Short king. He makes an attempt to score
It's a free kick.
from outside,
And
it
the
completely
defenders
passes
kind
goal.
of, that wall was that was fortified.
Back into Nali.
In a way that's
Flicks
like
it on,
not
no
even
winning
like
18 for New-
just in a way that was like quite silly
Yeah,
to view.
that was, it was funny to see. But
To
it's okay.
observe.
It's the effort, he was making a lot of effort.
Do you think? It went straight into
no.
the guy.
I mean, I actually don't know what happened in that,
It was like a foul or something. Like it was out of the box.
Oh.
Oh.
This was a shot on goal.
Oh, wait, that was the goal.
And he
Wait.
just scored. Sorry, I'm going to react like I'm watching the game for the first time.
Well, because
Because I kind of am. Yeah, but also, I
So
know this game
I
is...
watched this game live. I don't know about Beth.
I watched part of it live, and then I had class. So
Oh, this
I had
is
to
true.
stop watching.
Oh,
But I did watch the first goal. Watch the first
Sorry.
goal. No, that's totally fine.
Okay, I'll go back. This is very exciting. So it's wait. So that was it. I guess it was like a build up from Kieran Trippier's attempt.
Right.
It was like they tried to score and then it bounced off the PSG player and then it like bing bong back and
Bing
then
bong back. Ping, ping, ping.
and then
Oh.
so Isak took the first shot.
And the goalie kind of...
Alexander Isak, who's from Sweden.
Yeah. Go
Isak. Go Isak. I was gonna do my impression of the guy from Frozen where he's like, "Hello, big summer
He doesn't
blowout."
even speak like that, though. I
Oh.
watched a video of him, and he speaks like a South Londoner.
Seriously?
Like, he has such a strong British accent. And people in the
Isak?
comments... Yes.
He's Swedish.
I know. That's why it's insane. That's why it's crazy. I was like, is this the right person? And I thought it was like a voiceover at first, but it was him speaking like, no, bruv. Like, literally. Like, he's not showing up to practice. Like,
That's like my flatmate.
I said, what? The Swedish man?
This Swedish man.
The Swedish
So he
man.
doesn't go, "Oh, big summer blowout."
No, unfortunately not. But we can imagine
Okay.
that that's how he speaks. But I will show you this video at
Yes,
the end.
please do.
Yes, absolutely.
So Isak tries to take the first shot at Donnarumma,
Yeah.
who is actually the goalie for the Italian national team.
Didn't know that.
Fun little fact.
The more you know.
The more you know. He saves it.
Mm-hmm.
It bounces off of him. Then one of the PSG people try to like kick it away, and then Megan, my man,
in there
He
with that
shoots
goal.
it. Okay, so I don't know how people describe it. So like, cause
he slides.
No, please. I was gonna
kicks
say,
it.
like, does he take a shot from the right or the left? Because if you're looking at it, it's from the right.
Right.
But if you're in the goal, it's on
from
the left. So that's how we're gonna describe it.
Right. How we're viewing
How
it.
we're viewing it. So we're viewing the goal, so it's from the right box,
Right.
and it goes
The right corner of the box,
into the
straight
left,
into the left.
the
corner
left
of the
corner.
goal.
Donnarumma.
Are we discussing the goalie?
I don't know how to
I
pronounce
don't
his
know
name.
his name even.
Guys, I'm one of the worst Italians ever.
Yeah, she doesn't know how to pronounce any Italian names.
Shut up. I can say Chiesa, Federico Chiesa, who is very attractive, and I have his jersey. And of course, I can say Tonale.
Yeah,
Sandro Tonale.
He's a Newcastle player now. He's joined our team.
Yay.
He's a new Geordie. Love him.
But yeah, so Miggy hit it. Donnarumma. I'm so sorry to this man. He attempted and failed.
Right.
Wow. Do you see no one can see. The camera started shaking because this game was at home.
So the fans in the stands were like,
Rah! So this takes place at St. James Park, which is the
Newcastle.
home base for Newcastle United, which I was
beating
blessed.
heart of the city.
I was blessed with an opportunity to go to a game. I did go by myself.
And they won.
They
went
did
to a game
won.
where they won, which like we'd
3-1.
been on a losing streak
We
for
were.
so long.
This is
Like
true.
so when we were in the city, we'd go to watch the games every Saturday, Sunday, whenever they
At the
were on.
Mayfair.
At the Mayfair, and they always lost or drew, tied. And
Thank you for clarifying Drew versus Tide.
Of course, you're so welcome. But yeah, and then Liz suddenly goes to this game. Bow, they're winning. They start winning.
I think
It's
they won
crazy.
3-1. It was
Amazing.
against Southampton,
It
though,
was
so I wasn't
amazing.
really concerned.
They lost to worse teams. They had been losing to worse teams, but then that was their
Yeah.
their kind of like ascent
Yeah.
towards like.
Fun fact, though,
Yeah.
I bought the tickets for that game in a train station in
We
Switzerland.
both tried to buy them together.
yeah.
We were like a minute apart in terms of like Liz got in the
Going
queue
into the queue.
earlier, like a minute earlier than me, and I got in the queue, and then she was like 800th, and I was like 30,000th. Or actually, no, that's exaggerating. I was like 3,000.
Jake, my flatmate, was like 30,000 behind because
Yeah.
he also tried to get tickets for that game.
It was really unfortunate.
But yeah, the
Beautiful goal,
St.
though.
James Park is phenomenal, and like truly, if you can get an opportunity to go there, like I highly recommend.
If you have an opportunity to visit Newcastle,
yeah,
period,
go.
Please go.
This is actually just an ad for Newcastle.
Right. We're sponsored by the mayor of Newcastle. I don't know if they have mayors.
They don't have mayors. They're British. Ben.
We're sponsored by the governing body in Newcastle.
I do just want to real quick bring up a little note that Beth made when we watched the game, which was we were playing Smash or Pass, and she goes, "Smash Miggy because you know he's a giver." And I think that that's important to bring up. That's all. Thank you.
No comment. Moving on swiftly.
But real quick, there is a song that goes for Miggy Almiron, and it goes to Casey and the Sunshine Band's
Right.
"Baby Give It Up."
But instead of give it up,
Give it up. Na 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 na.
Miggy Almiron, Almiron, Miggy Almiron. That's how it goes.
We're taking that on the road.
Yeah. And it sensational. I can imagine how the Mayfair erupted into
I
this.
miss it.
No, I know.
I miss it.
Insane.
Okay, now sorry. We're just having the video play while Newcastle, almost scores again. But PSG almost just attempted to score, but it was so far.
But their attempts are
so
not
far
great.
and few and
Far
not
and
great.
few, bad in quality.
Nick Pope wasn't even given a thing to he wasn't given a job to do. He was just standing there.
He didn't have to move.
Please.
He would watch them kick it, and he would know that it would be going in a completely different direction from the goal. So he wouldn't even move. He just stood there with his hands on his
He's
hips,
like, I'm getting paid for this?
He said he's looking at his watch like, what? God,
Please.
this game's going on for so long.
24th minute, Trippier is taking a corner kick.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we score here.
Let's watch it play out.
We're going to watch it.
Newcastle's first corner. Oh, it's played short.
Oh, it was a miss.
Oh, it was a miss, but it was an attempt. It
That was
highlights
good.
that we had attempted so many.
Watching it like I've never seen this. So, Fabian. Is it Fabian or Fabian?
Let's do Fabian.
We'll do
it
Fabian
sounds-
because it's more.
It sounds less American. More
Fabian Schär,
right.
number 5,
Right.
one of the Newcastle midfielders, tried to
She
shoot.
just attempted, and while it was a great attempt in nature, he was off by
Like
an
a
inch, like a centimeter. It was so close.
It was really close,
No,
actually.
that was really good. Yeah.
Good for Fabian.
Yeah.
Stops for Fabian. Beth, I would not smash Mickey. I'm so sorry.
I've already explained myself, Elizabeth. Please.
Okay. I have to defend myself later.
I know. Later on, we'll get there.
Okay, we're gonna like fast forward a little bit because PSG is like attempting to score and failing.
They're
and
just trying.
Nick
It's
Pope
really
was, like,
sad
given
to
something
see.
to do for once.
Right.
But, like, it was fine.
He said, "Oh, I have to extend my arm a little bit."
He goes, "Oh wow,
wow, a lot of hard work. All the work I've done."
Okay, we're good.
Mbappe's kind of going crazy this match, you guys. He's shocked. He's like, what is going on right now?
Flabbergasted.
Like, literally, he kind of get. You can see the disbelief on his face. I wish you could see his face, but you can't.
It's a look of disbelief.
It's a look of disbelief.
Somebody got yellow.
Card.
Okay, so PSG was given a yellow card outside of the box on the right, and I believe it's Trippier taking the kick again because one thing about him, he's always
gonna take the kick. He's a captain.
He's gonna take a free kick. He's
what can you do?
John Tolkien, but like not even close.
Right.
Oh, so that wasn't even
close.
That wasn't even it.
Right.
Oh. Was this not a goal?
So this goalie is fighting for his life right now.
Dan Burns' goal.
Okay. This was a beautiful goal as well.
Okay, I'll put the volume back on, and then we'll watch that one again.
You should, let's listen.
Okay, we'll watch this one. Okay, so to describe what's happening, it's a mess.
It's a mess.
And it's just people kicking the ball around.
It's post free kick, right? Every team for itself. So they're just kicking. Everyone's trying to get it into the goal.
So Bruno kicks it up, and Dan
Burns with a header slams it into the back of the net.
One thing about Dan Burn is that man's going to be 6'7".
Right. So he's above everyone, and he didn't even have to jump. He just moved his head to the right.
He did jump, but he doesn't typically have to because he's so tall.
Right.
And he got it in. And so they actually checked this goal. I remember they were checking this goal to be like, did it actually go in? Because Donnarumma,
VAR,
Donnarumma, he pushed it out, but it was in the goal when he pushed it out for some reason.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Exactly. We're just
Watch
watching.
this. It kicks up. He heads it in. He's in the goal and he pushes it out.
Well, they're trying to, because once it crosses the line, it's a goal. But sometimes it's like they don't really understand that concept because they think as long as I hit it out of the goal with my hand before it touches the net, it's not a goal. But
it's that's not how that works.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, so they do a fun little goal check. It counts. We're up
the goal stands.
Look at that. Please.
The goal stands. Look at him midair. He's actually flying. He's holding on to he's holding on. So Liz has paused it right now on in a very interesting scene is unfolding. So Dan Burns is jumping and he's holding on to a PSG player and he's headed the ball. So the ball is headed
airborne.
into the net. He's kind of flying right now. I want to see how he lands. Can you play it?
Yeah, but I do just want to note for the people who are watching the video, if you look, Donnarumma is in the goal. The ball has crossed the line. I don't know what check they had to do. It was a goal.
Was it for offsides or was it
for a goal?
That's insane.
Well,
guys,
okay, no,
it's
actually
literally
no. The first check was to see if Bruno
was
offsides. He was not. He was fine.
Amazing.
Look at the way Dan Burn lands.
Look at him.
Oh, they didn't show him landing.
No.
Damn.
That's so unfortunate.
Look at him. So Dan Burn is Geordie, so he is like a homeboy.
Right.
So they all were like, yes. Okay, yes, Tonali. Okay, so we're watching it again. And Tonali, one thing about Tonali, he's going to run and look sexy while doing it.
Running down with the ball, guys. He's making his way through to the goal. Alone. With a PSG player tailing him.
How dare they? They're targeting an Italian man.
Unfortunately,
it
it was
PSG
short-lived.
player went down. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, boo. Do we need to watch this? Is it necessary?
Not really.
And I'm looking for the third goal.
Right.
Because I know exactly who scores it.
Oh, God.
Okay, so it's halftime. Then now it's no longer halftime. Do you want to talk about Anthony Gordon real quick?
Absolutely. We'll talk about Anthony Gordon
real quick. Anthony Gordon doesn't score in this game, but I'm a little obsessed with him because I remember being in England and Anthony Gordon he came from Everton to us. And I remember being in the Mayfair and they're like, we hate Anthony Gordon. And it was like, okay, take a deep breath.
Right.
He's a child. And now everyone's like, we love Anthony Gordon. And it's like, take a deep breath. He's still... Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fair.
Real. Listen,
but
to all.
But I do just want to, talk about him real quick because I think he's actually really good. and I kind of really love him.
Like as a player?
Yes. I
Oh,
think he's
yeah.
gotten way better. And I was just pointing that out because he was like on the screen. And
Amazing.
I do think he dyed his hair brown, and I do think it's better than his blonde look. Like, I think Anthony Gordon as a brunette is way hotter than Anthony Gordon as a blonde.
I actually don't ever remember him as a blonde.
That was all he was. That's all we knew him as.
What can I say? I don't remember.
That was all we knew. He just became brunette, I believe, like, last game.
In my head, he's always been brunette.
No. Well, like, I think he was, like, born a brunette.
Fascinating.
Most blondes, I believe, are.
Okay, the game's playing out.
Oh!
Oh, okay, so... Okay.
So that was the goal I was waiting for.
That was Longstaff.
Sean Longstaff. So Sean Longstaff is, in fact, 25 years old. I, Elizabeth Mezzina, am 21 years old. And this is important information because this means that I, Elizabeth Mezzina, have a shot.
Right. Guys, the guy she is talking about, I would encourage everyone to Google Sean Longstaff.
Give me a
simply to look at him, and I'm not saying this to be mean. I am saying this because it is a fact. So just Google Sean Longstaff, and then, you know, mull it over in your minds about what Liz has just said.
I can't help it.
You can't help it.
I think he's a little bit of a cutie.
But you can't help it, though. Because he's not.
He's not ugly. Well,
I shall refrain from saying the things that are in my mind.
He's not.
Guys, like, obviously he's not, like, the ugliest person on earth, because that would be insane. Again, please, pull out your phones. Quick Google search. But yeah,
I think he's a little bit of a cutie.
Okay.
And this is and I will not try and defend him at this moment in time because we have to discuss his goal,
which magnificent.
Magnificent.
Amazing, spectacular.
He's also a Geordie.
Yes.
So I think the accent also is really what, like, boosts him up for me. I'm like, ugh, that sexy Geordie accent.
I can understand that. You know. It's okay. We'll move on.
So,
yeah.
Basically, Trippier passes the ball to Sean Longstaff, again on the right corner of the box, and he absolutely boots it into the goal.
God, just like Liz when she played soccer in middle school, guys. Look at that. It literally goes through his... Like,
it ricochets, like,
it's insane.
off the goalie.
Into
and, like,
the net.
Goes
like,
into the right.
The force that he hit it with. No, it goes into a different corner of the goal.
You know what I'm saying? The force that he hit that ball with. Let me tell you, Beth. You know, there's something about a Geordie man.
Elizabeth.
He's adorable.
Sean Longstaff.
He's adorable.
Longstaff.
Shut up. But yeah, so he literally is in the corner of the box. No, the corner of, like, the smaller box.
Right,
so, you know,
not the
how in,
larger
like,
one.
soccer, there's, like, the smaller box with the goalie and then the
larger
bigger box.
You know.
He's in the smaller box.
Yeah.
And he's
in the corner, kicks it in, and
makes it into the corner.
Makes it into the other corner. So he's on, like, the right corner. He kicks it at the goalie, and it's supposed to hit, like, the left back of the net.
But it doesn't.
But it's hit with so much force that it basically bounces off the goalie into the into the other corner.
Into the
right corner. Like, I encourage you to envision what we are saying, actually, because it's kind of insane.
I encourage you to envision it, but don't think too hard about it, because I know we did not describe it in a good way.
It's just like a force of nature type thing. It's kind of insane.
This is true. And he looked really sexy while doing it, dare I say. Oh, this is when PSG is gonna... Oh, okay. They made Nick Pope work.
Right. Now Mbappe is really mad. He's like really angry, you guys. And no, it wasn't even him who scored.
He didn't even score. It was Hernandez.
Lucas Hernandez.
He, like, heads it in.
Right.
Nick Pope, like, he was, like, so tired from, like, not doing any work. He, like, guys, we can't even blame Nick Pope for this.
He was just he was recovering because he had been standing there like not doing anything for so long that he was kind of like caught off guard. Like,
He was like, oh,
he actually hit a shot on target. Oh, it was also a goal. Oh wow, oh wow.
We're not gonna give him the himbo award this week,
Right,
but that
right.
would be a himbo moment.
Absolutely.
Look at he
And
like literally was like,
you know, he does kind of try to push the ball out.
He
It's just
tried.
one of those things where like he was like, oh my god,
oh
my god,
wait, guys,
oh.
what is this? And then we'll skip to the end. So
Okay.
yeah, nothing happens.
So right now they're
nothing
3-1, 84th minute. Newcastle 3, PSG 1, and then
And
you
then-
know they're playing. It's all
90th
happening.
minute. There's
Stoppage
5
time.
minutes of stoppage time.
outside of the box.
Outside of the big
Outside
box.
of the box.
The big box.
The big box, you guys. Not even the little one.
Fabian Schär,
In
a
with
defender,
crazy shot, guys.
slides. He like slips
Yeah, he
because it's
kinda does.
raining.
Yeah,
Because famously Newcastle
it's
always-
gonna rain.
it's always gonna rain.
It's always gonna rain.
slips again on the right side, but towards the middle.
Right.
Slips and like kicks the ball into the goal.
The force of his fall, it kind of pivots his foot
Newcastle continue to fight for
in a
every
direction.
inch.
I can't even explain.
Top right corner of the box.
Yeah.
Of the goal.
It like is such a beautiful goal. Look at him celebrate.
He's kind of a gill smash.
How old is he?
I don't know.
I actually don't know how old he is. Like he's like
Can I
salt and
say
pepper
that on the
hair.
podcast?
Absolutely magnificent. Where this one begins.
Well, my
Well,
bad.
that's okay. And that's how Newcastle United ended up beating PSG 4-1, you guys. I hope you got like a good mental image of that game as we tried to portray.
One of the worst portrayals
That's fine.
I
Okay.
ever did see.
I know. And that's all right. You know what matters is that the key takeaways. Love Miggy.
Love Sean Longstaff.
Longstaff. Look him up. And the stoppage time goal is kind of insane.
Yeah, so when
That
we
was
go
really
through
good.
our categories and like our awards, we'll talk about
Yeah,
that.
we'll discuss.
Yeah.
Oh, and
so
Liz's shot with Longstaff is also
it's also important
to note.
It's important to note that
he's
Liz
25,
has,
she's 21.
has a
She
shot.
said it. Okay.
When does the first goal happen?
Okay, this is now we're on the Man United
Oh, yeah.
Brentford game. This is the Prem League. We've shifted from the Champions League to the Prem League entirely. Man United has
so now
not been
it's
doing high.
British teams playing British teams.
Yes, all British teams.
So we have Manchester United versus Brentford United.
I don't even know. Brentford FC? I don't know what
Brentford
they are.
something. I don't know. Their logo is a B.
Brentford.
So do what you will
It's
with that.
Brentford FC.
Okay.
They're a soccer team based in, I would say,
Brentford.
I don't know, Brentford. Brentford, West London, England. Brentford.
One would say that
One would
Brentford
say
was based
Brentford.
in Brentford.
Right, right.
FC stands for Football Club for the
Yes.
girlies listening.
Right.
But yeah, so I believe they score like here.
They score in the 25th minute.
Sorry to Brentford.
Right. The guy that scored looks a lot like Jack.
That's actually awful.
I'm
That's
sorry,
an
but he
ugly
kinda
jersey.
does. Right.
That's an. Let's
Their
talk about
jersey.
that.
Yeah, let's discuss the Brentford jerseys.
That's
teal shorts.
ugly.
Purple shirt with teal like little
Accents.
armbands, teal accents, and there's a lot going on the shirt.
Their shorts are teal.
Your shorts are teal.
Well, no, that's not even
No.
a teal. I would call that a turquoise blue.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess.
First off, in the
It's not dark
sunlight,
enough?
they look naked.
Oh my god, they actually do.
They look like horrible. That's awful.
It's really bad.
That is.
But they score their first goal, you know, here in the 26th minute.
Yeah, and it's like a
And
right
it's like,
shot.
It's one of
Everyone's
those goals.
shooting from the right side.
Right, right.
They're shooting from the right.
It's an interesting
Who's the
phenomenon.
Manchester United goalie?
His name's Onana.
Onana
That's
has
his
his
last name.
hand on it.
Right. He touches it, but you know what I've been thinking about Onana recently is that he's had a lot of goals scored where he like taps the ball, but it always goes over his
Ricochets,
hand.
yeah.
Ricochets. I feel like there's not enough upper body strength or strength in his arms. No, I'm
What would
serious.
What advice would you give Onana?
I would say maybe I should he should watch me goalie and say, "Oh wow, that's actually how you do it." I'm kidding, guys. I'm actually I would be a terrible goalie. Also,
do you think
it's
maybe he
incredibly
should
stressful.
do like finger like curls.
Right, finger curls, maybe some
Just like regular curls.
regular curls even. I
Maybe
don't
get
know.
some upper body strength.
Maybe strengthen the arms. Strengthen, I don't know, Anana. I really don't know. It's sad to see because he always is on it. But it always just kind of ricochets off of his body. And I'm like, why can't you push it out?
Why couldn't you push
Why
it
can't
out?
you just...
Isn't that your whole job?
Right.
Why? You, as a goalie, have one job.
It's
you know how it's
to
like
keep
this
the ball
Ken's job is beach?
Right.
That Ken's job is goalie.
Absolutely.
And you couldn't even be successful
you
with
can't even do goalie right now. Like, it's really sad.
You
Okay.
can't even do goalie?
No, please. Come on. We had actually the best goalie last season.
Beth is looking
give
up his
me a
name because she doesn't remember.
It's just one of those things like a brain fart. He's actually really like famous. Loved him.
And did he get traded because your team is
No,
ass?
he left. He retired.
Oh, he retired.
He was actually the best goalie. What is wrong with me? De Gea. Oh my God, David De Gea. He was amazing. He was hot, sexy, fly, amazing, wonderful, all of these things. Great goalie. He was the reason that Man United made it in the top 4 last season, Prem.
Yeah.
They were actually 3rd last season, you guys, and it was really good.
I know. They beat Newcastle.
Yeah, they did beat Newcastle. That was a different league.
No, but I'm saying they beat Newcastle. Like Newcastle came in 4th.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Man United came 3rd.
Because remember we tied Chelsea in that one game where we went.
Yeah.
So we went to the Mayfair for one game. It was our last game.
We were like...
game. And we walk in and there's a Leeds game on.
Right.
And we're like, now
we were there
this?
like it was like sentimental value. We were like, this is our
we were
last time at
crying.
the Mayfair. We were really sad. And we got there and we were like, oh, like one last Newcastle game. Like we're so excited. We got there. Leeds is playing Tottenham.
We're like, what is this?
What's happening right now?
So we like go up to like the bar. And
they
we're
were like, it's not on Sky Sports.
So like we can't play it. It's
What do you mean?
What do you mean it's on Sky Sports?
What do you mean? Am I not in Newcastle right now?
Am I not in England? Isn't every game on Sky Sports?
Right, but that Leeds Tottenham game was actually pretty important. Leeds ended up getting relegated because they lost that game.
I had to watch my boy
Harry
Brendan
Kane.
Aronson,
Right.
who's very attractive. Brendan, if you're listening, hi, my
Brendan
name
is
is Liz.
not listening.
Hi, my name is Liz. I'm single. I know you're not single, but you could be.
In no way, shape, or form is Brendan listening to this podcast. But that's okay.
Does this mean I can openly talk about the Red Bulls 2 player who I was talking with, who is related, I'm not going to say how,
Right.
to Tyler Adams, who's captain of the U.S. men's national team?
We can discuss it. Absolutely.
Maybe at a later time.
Maybe at a later period. I actually talked to someone recently who told me that they went to high school with someone who was on the Red Bulls team. I cannot disclose the name right now.
It was probably John Tolkien.
Yeah, it was John Tolkien.
I know. He went to Chatham.
Exactly. I was just discussing this with a certain person. Yeah.
Yeah, he went to high school like 15 minutes from me.
Oh, my God. Okay, guys, we're at the 88th minute.
And Manchester
Man United
scored.
has just scored, right? Crazy.
You'll never guess.
Crazy. You'll never imagine what happens next.
How does this goal even go? I don't even know.
VAR. It's a
off
VAR.
a corner.
I think it's.
Is it off a corner?
I think it's offside.
Well, no.
The goal doesn't stand.
Well, yeah, it's offsides, but no, was it off a corner?
Oh, I didn't watch them score.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, now we're in stoppage time. So it's important to know that at this moment in time, 1-0, Manchester United is losing to Brentford.
Brentford, which is like...
And we say that in a derogatory
right,
tone.
Bottom of the barrel team. I'm sorry. Like...
Sorry if you're a Brentford
But, like,
fan.
I'm also... Man United is currently also bottom of the barrel team, so really no hate to Brentford. I'm just calling it as it is. But we're at the 92nd minute, 6 minutes of stoppage time, and miracles are about to happen right now. Miracles.
For the girlies listening, there are 45-minute halves.
Yes.
The game is a total of 90 minutes. There is a halftime after 45 minutes, and stoppage time is added time from like the game. So like if there's injury or substitutes or like stuff like that, they have stoppage time so to make sure like the players get as much time as they can.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
So
there's 6 minutes of it, and we're in the 92nd minute.
yes.
And
So 4 minutes left. Not even 4 minutes. 3 minutes and 20 seconds ish is where we're
Thank
at.
you for
right
that
now.
math.
Yeah, guys. I just need you to understand how
tense.
the atmosphere.
Yeah,
What's going
and
on
they're
right
are they home?
now?
Yeah.
Is it a home game?
Yeah.
That's so sad.
They were losing to
Is it a
Brentford
home
at a home game.
Wait, let's look it up.
Anyways.
Right, a shot from Dallo. Spilled by
So,
Strakosha.
from...
Still clear.
Yeah, they were home. From the left side of the goal, because now we've switched it up. It's now from the left side.
Mm-hmm.
Scott McTominay. McTominay?
Yeah, Scott McTominay.
I'm queen of mispronouncing everyone's name.
That's okay.
Scott McTominay
Scott McTominay.
kicks it in and makes it.
Spilled by Strakosha.
He like
Look at
settles the ball with his
Look at that.
right leg like up.
Right.
He like the ball was like kicked at him. He like put his right leg up to like try and settle the ball, and then did and then shot it.
Right.
It was insane.
It was a marvel to witness, actually. Like, just look at that go.
Watch,
Like,
ready? He like settles and then kicks
Look
it.
at that.
The goalie didn't even move.
He was just
Brentford
frozen there.
goalie was like, now what is this? Didn't even know you guys could do that.
No,
And it's like, well,
exactly.
neither did we.
No one knew. Look at that.
No one knew.
Up close. Garnacho passes it to him. He kind of just,
Saves it, and then,
then
boom,
again.
to Scott.
again. He shot it twice. So Garnacho passed it to him. Tried it first time. Goalie blocked it. It bounced back to him a second time. He kicks it again. Angles it slightly more to
Oh my
the
god,
left.
there's a scary ad we're watching right now. I'm so
Is it
sorry.
muted?
Yes,
Okay,
thank God.
good.
That was weird.
Okay, good.
And then there's a shot
It just
of Eric
scored.
Ten
Eric Ten
Hag.
Hag
United have
going
been
crazy.
In
which-
recently. Important header from Collins.
Yeah.
We'll discuss
He's
that
been
a
doing
little bit
really
later.
bad. Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes,
so
Brentford
now
team
They
it's
just scored.
tied.
Now it's level.
It's
Yeah.
tied 1-1.
95th minute.
95 out of 96 minutes.
Exactly. We're on 95:02. Like 2 seconds into the 95th minute.
A point.
And
Pinnock.
Scott
McTominay.
Oh, wait, was this not
No,
it?
that was not McTominay.
Oh my God.
That was someone else.
We really
Shot
were like
attempted.
prepping you guys for like,
Right.
oh, it's the 96th minute.
Oh,
Okay, so the 95th
scored
minute goal
in
had
the
nothing.
96th
That
minute.
wasn't even a goal. That was a
Right.
shot on goal. This is the 96th minute. And they have a free kick. This is their last opportunity
Right.
to
Their
score
last.
a
They
goal.
probably have like 30 seconds, no more.
Goes up.
Look at that.
And
Scott McTominay. He literally.
heads it in from the
Right
left
in.
side of the goal.
It was so beautiful. Look at him screaming. Look at the joy. Which, like, he just
oh my
won.
god, that was a
This was
sexy slide. He slid. That was hot.
Scott McTominay is incredibly
Smash.
hot, guys. Yeah.
Smash.
He is very hot.
Sorry.
Look at the goalie. Defeated.
Like, okay. Literally, he just
heads it.
He like
He just
literally just
is
like,
running.
He's like as he's running,
Right.
just is like, oh
Jogging,
wait, I'm
jogging.
just gonna head this button.
Oh, it's coming my way.
Oh,
I'm just gonna.
Right
into.
Oh wait, hit
Straight
off the
in.
post and then into the goal.
Oh really? Wait.
Yeah.
Let's watch. He heads it in.
The goalie hits it onto the post.
Well, it
and
was
then
gonna
in.
go either way. It was gonna go either way. It was just one of those things where the goalie tried to
It was gonna go in. The goalie hit it. No, the
Eric
goalie
Ten
hit
Hag.
it. It hit the post and then yes.
Guys,
That
sorry. Eric Ten
bold
Hag
ass
just jumped.
little man.
He just jumped and he was like going a little
That
crazy.
bald
It's
man.
really funny.
Wow. Do you want to talk about Manchester in any way?
Right. I would say Scott McTominay.
Pretty much.
Obviously.
I would let Gemma know.
Pretty much. I would like to say Scott McTominay saved the day. I didn't mean that to rhyme, but it did. He was just on top of it. It was 92nd minute. He said, "This is not happening. We are not losing to Brentford FC, also nicknamed the Bees."
Well, yeah, because their mascot is a bee.
Right. But anyways, he saves us from a really embarrassing loss. Not to say that this has brought us up in any way, shape, or form. This was a meaningless game. But if we had lost this meaningless game, it would have been incredibly sad.
Yeah.
And yeah, he has saved us from, some embarrassment, I would say. And I love him. And yeah, wish him all the best. Let's go, McTominay.
Wow. When we go through our categories, we can talk about him a little more.
I have a little card of him. I have a little,
You
like
do?
a little soccer card.
Like a little soccer
yeah.
card? That's adorable.
I know.
Wait, that's so cute. Okay, so now we have the MLS Red Bulls game up against Toronto. These are the ugliest jerseys
Yeah.
I have ever seen in my 21 years on this earth.
They both really, really suck, you guys.
Well, no, I
one
think
of the
the Red
teams
Bulls
has
one-
a pink jersey. Oh, yeah, wait. The Red Bulls one
So
isn't
the Red
bad.
Bulls one, it's like a dedication to like their hip hop.
Hip hop.
Yeah, because like a lot of their players and like a lot of their fans are from like Black or Hispanic backgrounds. So and their arena is in Harrison, New Jersey.
Okay.
Which so like they did like a tribute to like the culture of like the city that they're in and like the hip hop backgrounds of Harrison. So they put like that's kind of what the jersey is supposed to be.
Okay, wait, that's kind of cute.
Yeah, so
I
you
didn't
can't
know
even
that.
hate on that one, but you can hate on that.
I won't hate on it.
Fugly.
Yeah, that pink
Jersey.
is horrendous. It's pink and like striped with, is that blue?
No, it's purple and pink. It looks like
Purple
cotton
and
candy like threw up on it, and then the numbers on the back are yellow.
Why are they doing Toronto so dirty? The city of Toronto should sue them for representing them in such ugly jerseys.
Okay, I think they're about to score. Okay, so it's like the 44th minute, and I'm going to play this because I believe that they're about to score. And it is important for you all to know that Tom Barlow is our main striker. I was in love with Tom Barlow when I was like 17 years old, and I actually got a photo with him. Maybe I'll send that in to our editor, and they can put up a photo in the thing. We'll pretend. Wait,
On the
ready?
side.
There's the photo.
Just on our hands.
And he has not scored a goal in 16 games.
Oh, love that.
That is his job.
His job is
To be pretty.
Right. I wish there was one word for it. His job is player.
Player.
He's not playing the game. That's unfortunate.
And so every single time and I can say this now because I am 21 and I am legal. Every single time he plays, I text my friend JJ. Shout out to JJ. And I text him, I say, if Tom Barlow scores, I will do a shot. Tom Barlow never scores. That shot is never taken.
happened. Yeah.
You will never guess.
Who scores?
In the 44th minute, they pass it to
Tom
Barlow,
Barlow.
who shoots from the middle of the box and shoots it into the left bottom corner of the goal and celebrates in a really weird way. I don't know why he did that. None of his teammates came up to him, so he was celebrating by himself. He was
He's
really
kinda
weird.
went-
He was just like, rah! He's a bit of a weirdo. I love him to pieces. He actually has twins.
He's a cutie.
He's adorable.
Yeah.
But I
Look at
did have to
him.
take a shot, and it was really funny, my private story progression of
No, so I was telling Liz, I saw in her private story and it said, if Tom Barlow scores, I'm taking a shot. And I was like, Tom Barlow's not going to score. To my surprise, skip to next story. Tom Barlow scored. Next story, Liz is going, oh God.
because I hadn't taken a shot in since my 21st birthday, and it was
Right.
really bad, and it was a really bad shot. So I sent it to my dad, and I was like, Dad, I was like, it finally happened, because my dad knows that I do this,
Right.
and he was like, that looks nasty, and I was like, you're right, it was. So
are correct.
that was the first goal of the game,
Yeah.
and then.
I actually can't get over how ugly they look. I'm so sorry.
Then in the 47th minute, Luquinhas, or Luki, as my family calls him, is dribbling the ball. Mind you, this man is tiny. This is a tiny man. He's dribbling the ball, and he's dribbling the ball on the left side, and then
Look
just
at him go.
shoots
Look
it,
at him go. Wow.
and it goes in the right
Wow.
corner of the box.
He kicks from the left corner of the large box, so he's in it, but he kicks from farther out. So it's still kind of an impressive goal.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
distance is a little bit insane.
it's
Look at
he's
that.
tiny. Look at him
He's
run.
so little.
Look
the
at him.
The force in those
And then
legs.
just boom.
Wow.
And then Tom Barlow just holds up his finger yeah, we scored. And it's like, Tom, you did nothing to help.
He said, yeah, guys.
He's
Number
like,
two. Number
He holds
two.
up one finger thinking it's two. He's like, oh, look it, we scored. I forgot I scored. I don't know why he sounds like Mickey Mouse in my head.
Exactly. He sounds like Mickey Mouse in my head as well.
And then Kyle Duncan, I think, attempts to make another shot. Oh, wait, no, just kidding. I forgot they scored
For
three.
the third one. Oh.
The Red Bulls are actually never this good. So my family and I were texting in our group chat, wow, didn't even know they could do this. Kyle Duncan, who is, I'm pretty sure, a defender, is dribbling it on the right side. passes it to Luquinhas, who is famously in the middle, and
he just kind of
literally just taps it right in.
Taps it.
And the
just
Toronto
nudges it.
goalie is like, gosh darn it, I didn't miss that from that tiny man. And Luquinhas hops onto, I believe, Manuel. They're all celebrating, they're all happy, and then we end up winning 3-0.
Amazing.
Which is something that has truly never happened before. And it's important for you guys all to know that this game happened on the 7th of October. It was the game, our last game of the season. We then got eliminated from the playoffs.
Yeah. Love. Amazing.
So those are all of the games.
Those are the 3 games we have for this week.
But we're going to real quick run through our fun little categories that we've created. And so just real quick, we want to say everyone go follow us on Instagram at
SOP
the ball, SOPBAO.
The SOP the ball.
SOPTHEBALL.
Yes.
Sop the ball. And every week we'll put up little polls for you guys to be able to interact with the categories. Because it's our first episode, we came up with the categories.
Right. Whatever you guys want to see or hear, you know.
Yeah.
You guys can put it up there. Let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for best goal, we gave it to Fabian Schär for the 91st minute of the Newcastle match.
Absolutely.
It was so beautiful.
It was wonderful. And I'd say, like, a runner-up was Scott McTominay for me because he scored 2 goals in stoppage time, like, a minute apart. So that was really good. But Fabian's goal was just so beautiful.
Yeah.
That, you know,
because he, like, literally slid and, like, it just, like, the sheer
he was
force
falling,
of it, though.
and the force of his fall kind of...
It still put it in, like, the top corner
Exactly.
of it, which is insane.
Exactly.
So that's what we gave to best goal.
Yeah, so our next category is the Marcus Rashford Hottest Player Award. It was named the Marcus Rashford Hottest Player Award because we believe Marcus Rashford is incredibly hot. So the award is named after him. We have given it to Scott McTominay.
Yay!
Yeah!
Shout out to Scott. We're both single.
Love Scotty.
Yeah, he's very hot. We highly recommend you guys look him up.
Yes.
He's also British, so, like, just bear that in mind when you look him up, though. It's like...
It's like anything you think.
Acquired taste.
Right. I would say detract from, like, the mental image that you have, but still, like,
attractive.
They're really cute and, like,
he's
just, like,
really
such
hot.
a cutie. Yeah.
The Tom Barlow Himbo Award, which we named after Tom Barlow, is going to Tom Barlow. I'm convinced he actually doesn't know that he scored.
Right. Or doesn't remember.
Like, I don't know. He's just, Tom Barlow is a himbo. His job is to just run around on the field and just look like, oh, guys, I didn't score.
He wasn't aware that he needed to score these last 16 games.
Dang it, I didn't
All
score.
of a sudden, on the 17th game, he was like, oh, my God, my job is to score. I must score. And that's why we've given him the Himbo Award.
I love you, Tom Barlow. Please never change. Your next one.
All right, and the silliest moment, obviously, Man United coming back in the last 6 minutes of stoppage time to win. This was incredible. And actually, a very similar thing happened once in the Champions League when they were playing Munich, and they were also, like, down 0, and they scored 2 goals in stoppage time and beat Munich in a manner very similar to this.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they have history.
It's kind of a history. Yeah.
Wow.
History repeats itself. What can I say?
Wow. The worst moment, and we'll cover this next week.
Yeah.
So a little hint at next week is Man United losing their Champions League match to. I'm not gonna try and pronounce the name. I'll figure that out next week.
Galatasaray.
Yeah, that one.
Yes.
But
they lost 2 games. They've lost almost every single. I don't think they've won a single Champions League game.
But they did lose that game, and so that was our worst moment of the week.
That was really upsetting for us. Yes. Thank you for sharing
You're
in
welcome.
my sadness. All right.
Oh, okay. Best or worst fashion moment? We gave it the worst fashion moment to those atrocious Toronto FC jerseys. Toronto FC, I hope you hear this, and I hope you know that those are the ugliest things I've ever had to witness. I texted my family asking for financial compensation because I was visually assaulted by those.
Right, what's going on with that? Like, why did you do that? Like, who designed that? Like, it's so sad. It's actually really upsetting. But yeah, moving on. The actual player of the week, Scott McTominay, second award of the week. He just did so well. And
he really brought that team back.
He brought us back, again, from, like, a devastating embarrassment. Like, we owe so much to Scott McTominay. Yeah, love him.
Yeah. And then we now have our player of the weeks that we're going to just quickly discuss. And this is just our current hyperfixations of the week.
Right.
So Liz's player of the week is Sean Longstaff.
Oh, God.
He scored. He's Geordie. He's 25. He's a little bit adorable. Like,
not even a little
guys,
bit.
I'm not
even a little bit. I'm
no,
sorry.
like, I can't even, like, explain it to you. I'm obsessed with him. I think he's so
cute.
He's
a little cutie.
He's a cutie.
No.
And, like, I think he would give me a really good hug. Please.
Okay. Okay.
Please don't judge me.
It's okay. I'm not judging you at all.
Just go.
Okay. And my player of the week is Rasmus Højlund. He is a Danish player. He's new to Man United, and his first debut game, actually for Man United, was in the Champions League against Munich, and he scored. And he scored in the last two. So he scored in the last game. We're not discussing it this week, but we're gonna discuss it next week. He scored both goals. He's just really great. Like, he's doing really well, and he's also really hot. And this is more like an objective thing. It's less of like a subjective, like, oh, most people don't like how he looks, but I like how he looks. It's like across the board.
Yeah, he is.
He's kind of
he's hot. And yeah, that's the end of our categories for right now. So I guess to conclude, everyone, follow us on social media. We're going to be uploading this video to Spotify and YouTube, and then I guess I'll talk to the camera.
Our Instagram page as well.
Yeah,
we'll add, like,
also
little snippets of our videos.
Snippets of our videos on Instagram. So SOPTHEBALL. I can spell.
SOP the ball.
Stop the ball, and we'll probably have the same username for our TikTok. While we'll also have content and behind the scenes stuff, and we always like to put, like, when we're quote unquote doing research, when it's just us watching the matches.
Yeah, and our texts back and forth.
Our texts back and forth.
And it's just like, oh, doing research for the game, and it's just us discussing the game.
Literally. So feel free to just follow us on that. Follow us on our individual Instagrams. I'm Elizabeth.Mezzina, Mezzina.
And I'm _Bethlehem with 2 H's.
And yeah, I guess this is to the final, like, couple of seconds of
our
podcast.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. And we look forward to see you guys at our next episode.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.